Smoky Mountains! And you're watching Andy Parrish Outdoors. Well, good morning, everybody. It's about 10:30. What is this, day 4? We woke up, the other group has already left. They had a big mile day today, and we've got a short one. But we got up. We do have a little bit of cell signal here in the park, just in a couple spotty areas. So we're able to pull up the weather radar. We can hear thunder in the distance, so we know it's probably in the forecast, and sure enough, there's a huge line, probably about, I don't know, 30 miles off, coming this way. That's all yellows and reds and severe thunderstorm warnings. And I even got a text message from the National Park Service, which I had signed up for, which didn't text me the other nasty day that we had, but texted me for today and tomorrow saying, lots of rain coming through, severe thunderstorms, up to 3 inches of rain, flood stage, all of that stuff. So lovely. So slept in a little bit, hurried to get breakfast done, get packed up. We're ready to get on trail now. And we've got about 5 miles downhill to campsite 34. Depending on how the weather shapes up, we may decide to pull the plug. And at that point, if it looks like we're going to get nothing but rain for 24 straight hours, we may consider hiking the last 5 miles out to the parking lot and be done. Stay tuned, we'll see what happens. Some dark sky moving in. Hopefully that first wave misses us, but I think that second wave's going to hit us. Yeah. Losing elevation quickly. Little waterfall up ahead. Okay, big waterfall up ahead. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Although, I don't think I'm keeping my feet dry on this one. A little bit of fun for Andy right here. Here, this one's for you, buddy. It's cold and it's deep. Learning to go pro. Who's that? Who's that? Do you know? Leave it in the comments below. Cool shot. Selfie time. Selfie time. So do you Take the bridge. Already across the water. Yeah. Woo! You didn't go down the water slide. That goes into like a tube down here. That'd be fun. No, it wouldn't. Well, okay then. Don't fall on the exit. Okay, still following Maddron Bald Trail. We've gone 2.5 miles from campsite 29, and we're going to continue down towards Gabes Mountain Trail, 2 miles out. Okay, the wind is picking up and the darker stuff is starting to move in. I think it's time to drop the pack, put on the rain gear, and get ready for some thunderstorms. So, rather do that now than after I'm soaked. Well, it is officially pouring rain. We keep descending, so we're down well off the ridge lines, dropping elevation. I think we drop another 1,200 feet in elevation today, and then probably pretty close to that the last day. Back down to the parking lot. So kind of glad I have the umbrella. It's loud, but it's allowing me to keep my rain jacket open and vent, not get too hot. I did put on my rain pants. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 seconds. So it's still a little ways off, but it's sure getting closer. Trying to get as low as we can. We've spread out also. Oh yeah, we're just gonna hike in the thunderstorm for a little while. I will check back in later. All right, the rain's getting a little lighter, and still some thunder on cue. Thank you, thunder. So it's still in the area. It's a little further off now. The skies are a little bit lighter, but we've had this nice little section of gravel trail the last mile or so, and now we're at the junction. So we're gonna figure out where to go next. All right, so here at the four-way intersection, we've got Maddron Bald Trail that heads off in that direction. You've got the old Settlers Trail towards campsite 33, which is 9.2 miles away, and Greenbrier Cove, which is 15.9 off to the left, and then straight is out to the road to the trailhead is 1.2. But if we want to go towards Cosby Campground, which is where we're heading, Gabes Mountain Trail heads off to the right, and it says it's 6.6 miles to the campground where our cars are, and our campsite should be a couple miles in, but before we get to the parking lot. So we're gonna head off in that direction. I'll check back in later. Thought I'd just check in. Today has been just a freaking grind. I don't know what it is. I don't feel bad. I'm just tired, cranky, irritable, not loving this part. So the rain's kind of let up. Everything's just soggy and a mess. And I just think I'm about done. So whether that means getting to camp or getting to the car, I don't know what it is. It's just like a period where I just don't feel it right now. So lost my mojo, even if it's temporarily. It sucks. So, and I don't even feel like this is so hard. I'm going slow, and feel like that's all that I got right now. So you just kind of hit low points. If you're out here long enough, I'm sure you may know what I'm talking about, but it's just a low point, and I gotta just kind of power through this section and just keep going. We know there's probably more bad weather coming, and we're getting closer and closer to the car. We're also getting really, really close to what's supposed to be our campsite for the night. So that's my goal right now, is just make it to that campsite, reassess, see how I'm doing, and make a call from there. But yeah. So that's all for now. I will check back in later. Sorry if this brings everybody down a little bit. These trips are not always sunshine and rainbows, and if you do big enough trips, you know, they'll wear you down a little bit, and I guess this is meant to push me a little bit, stretch me a little bit, so that I can adapt, grow, and then hopefully be ready, better ready for bigger, longer trips. All right, so a couple things. I think I was just getting a little hangry there. It's about 2 o'clock and I really hadn't eaten my lunch yet. So I realized I had a lot of food in my hip belt pocket, and so stopped, got that out. Some energy gel, some bars, stuff like that. So easy to just munch on as you're walking along. Was getting low on water, but I decided to polish off the rest of my water. Stopped at the first stream that I saw and refilled my water supply. So I've got 1.5 liters that I'm carrying right now, and I mixed a bottle, the small one, of a Gatorade electrolyte mix. So I'm gonna sip on that for the next half mile or so, polish that off. But I'm already starting to feel better, just getting some calories, getting a little jolt with energy, and I think it was needed, you know, especially with the conditions. Pushing all the way till, you know, 1:30, 2 o'clock without stopping. So it was time. You know, that's something I got to pay attention to a little bit better. I tend to get into the mindset of just pushing, but remember to eat, remember to drink your water. It will make you feel better. So I'm gonna turn this off and I'm gonna drink some of that Gatorade, and I will check back as we get into camp. Come around the bend, I get that view. That's pretty sweet. Can hear the water down below. So it sounds like it's a big creek, moving pretty good. I haven't looked at the map in a little bit to see how close I'm getting to camp, but we are supposed to be camped along one of those stretches, valley with the creek kind of running down through the crease. So hey, it may be ours, it may be around to the next ridge, I'm not sure, but I'm feeling a ton better. Polished off that Gatorade pretty quick, and feeling a little rejuvenated. So a little pep in my step again. Stopping to notice the views. A lot of spectacular sights. You just got to be open to them. So gosh, how important is it to just monitor your food intake, your electrolytes, keep yourself fueled. That'll do wonders to improve your spirits. So I'm going to try and pick up the pace a little bit, see if I can't catch up to Brent. He's got to be quite a ways ahead since I stopped for water and he didn't, from what I could tell. So more later. All right, it looks like I've made it to camp. Brent just walked in a couple minutes, maybe a minute before I did. So we've got this beautiful stream, creek. There's the trail. Water source for tonight. Gabes Mountain Trail. And that is campsite 34. So there's already a group here. I see a hammock set up. So we'll have to see what's available and scout it out, go from there. I'm gonna set the camera down and my pack down and turn off all my tracking and go from there. All right, breaking news. We're calling it. We looked, we got a signal, we pulled up the radar. We've got a little bit of time until the storms move in. There is a monster line of red thunderstorms coming our way, and then a line behind them that's intensifying, all yellows and reds also. And that's just lined up to hit us potentially all night long. So if we stay, we could get set up in time, but then we'd have to hunker down for probably through into tomorrow morning of pretty nasty weather, maybe worse than what we've seen already. So being just under 5 miles to the parking lot, we both made the call. Let's hoof it to the lot, see if we can get there before the worst stuff hits, and then head into Gatlinburg and grab some pizza and some beer. And then I'm gonna stop. My folks are not too far away, so we'll crash there tonight before heading home tomorrow. So 1 day short, so 4 days, 3 nights instead of the 5 days, 4 nights. But I think this is the worst of it coming. So we're gonna tap out and run to the cars. So I will check back in later. We've got about 4.9 miles to the lot. Anybody know that tune? That was where we called trail maintenance. That looks pretty impassable. We had to scoot up and around. That is a massive tree that's toppled over right. That is the trail. So here comes Brent. Scooting up around. Be careful, it's pretty slick coming down this side. Yeah. I'll keep recording, don't worry.
Okay. I'm going to try not to impale myself.
Yeah, I know. There's those like sawed off branches. So you know somebody's come through to at least... Nice.
The dismount.
Yep, he sticks the landing. All right.
I don't know if I stuck it. I kind of slid it.
Well, that's true. There was a half hop. The German judge didn't appreciate that. Try not to.
My job. I'm the color comment.
You wanted a shower. Ah, not a fan of cold showers. You can see the clouds down below us. It's surprising how often I think this. It's time to put our shells back on.
Big surprise!
Shocker. Great Smoky Mountain. I'm going with the umbrella. I'll keep the shell off as long as I can. It's not too bad yet, but fancy umbrellas. Kind of like it. It's definitely earned its keep this trip. Makes up for Colorado when I took it with me and I never took it out of my pack, which is kind of like my tripod this trip. All right, Gabes Mountain Trail, Cosby Campground, 1 mile. 1 mile to go. 1.2 to the falls, 3.8 to Camp 34, and to Maddron Bald 5.6. So one mile to go. Feels pretty awesome. Had a great time, but my feet are a little sore today. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you. It's been tough, it's been a lot of fun, but we're not done yet. 1 mile to go. Back to the picnic area. As you can see behind me, lots of little spots for people to come in and picnic. There's a little bathroom house that's still closed until April 1st. Wow, feels pretty good. Glad we're done. Had a lot of fun, but it's tough. Loved it, hated it, all at the same time. Looking forward to changing clothes and heading into Gatlinburg and getting some beer at the brewery and some pizza. And then I'm going to call my folks and touch base with them and see if we can't meet up and get a good shower and sleep tonight before the long drive home. It's been pretty awesome, this whole thing, coming to the Smokies for the first time. I feel like we got a little bit of everything. You know, great first night in and sunsets, hiking through some thunderstorms, big climbs, day 2, having to completely rearrange your routing based on, you know, flooding, having an awesome day coming back up to the AT, a monster climb, and you know, a good last night with some other folks, and then making the decision to just call it and go all the way to the campground and get back to the car. So I am so looking forward to some pizza, and I'm so looking forward to a beer or two. I think we've earned it. We've had a lot of fun. If you've not been here before, there is something special about this place. You know, we barely scratched the surface of the 800 different miles that run through this park. It's a spider web of awesome adventure. So thanks so much for sticking with us and watching. If you have any questions or comments, leave it down below. I will try and answer as many as I possibly can. And thanks so much. Till next time, be well.